are we doing today?
Well, I actually, on Thursdays, it's called a work-study group. And this is so cool because anybody intermediate to advanced art can come in and they can do whatever they want to do, and then I just help them. I critique their work, and they seem to really like that. I tell them what colors to use or if they need to change a little spot, but right now I'm just getting ready. So I'm going to run in and get my stuff, okay?
Nice. You love this studio?
This is, it's better than any medication could possibly be because everybody is into what they're doing. And so as long as they're trying to do what they love, that's the important thing.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That's the lone cypress, right?
Yeah, it is.
How long have you been working on that painting?
For a couple weeks, almost every day.
You did that in a couple weeks?
Well, yeah, but it's every day. See, I come in early in the morning.
Still.
And yeah, but this isn't finished. This side, I also am changing the color of the water, so I've taken away the branches momentarily so I get even water across it. In the fall, I teach 10 weeks of class that there's a large classroom, but in the spring, this is a study group, and so people can just wander in and paint during this day. And so I'm painting myself, but they can get critiqued. So any person who joins the art club can just come in here. They don't have to feel like they are particularly being watched. They can just do their thing. But they have somebody who's been an artist for 30 years take a look at what they're doing and make some ideas for them to consider. There's no pressure at all. So it's just a work-study day.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is, and it's for anybody who wants to do it. You know, they can do whatever they want to do.
How many people are going to come today?
Probably, some are on vacation and cruises. I think we'll have probably 4 or 5.
That's a good number, right? Because that way they can get good help.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. I took these pictures when I was visiting a friend who has 3 homes in Pebble Beach. And so we went to many, many coves, and we had a wonderful time having lunch there and all. But when I got home, I thought, gee, this would be fun to paint. So I looked at all my pictures, and I had this 36 by 36 inch canvas. So what I would do is I'd put a picture up here, and I have to take a diagonal of it like this, and this picture has to match this. But in a way, when I go to the diagonal, it only comes down here. So this picture would only cover that much. So I'd have to fold it too far down to make it fit 36 by 36. So in the very end, I ended up, after folding this photo many times to try to make it work, I put this photo here, another photo here, and I'm making up the corner.
Like you did a composite of the different pictures.
Yes, I did a composite. Now, when I go like this to the end, if you notice, this ratio is exactly the same as this canvas. See how that works?
Is that something you learned, or how did you figure all this out?
Well, this is very, very important it's something I learned way a long time ago, but I didn't understand it. But now I do. If you have a square picture, and this is a square canvas, then it's going to work. And then after that, you take this picture and you fold it like this in little squares. And then I undertone my canvas, and this one you do with the complement to blue, which is burnt sienna and white, like this. So underneath all of this is burnt sienna and white, and then I take this and with the burnt sienna, I make dots here, 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 like that, and then I fill in the dots. So here it had this much, And then as it gets down into this area, it has this much.
Is that so you could make it more close to reality, the dots?
Yeah,
and
well,
all
so
that?
that you're not so far off. The dots match this grid. You see? So that when I folded this in half like this, then I know that the center dot right here has to match this.
Huh. Wow.
Right there.
Makes it a lot easier.
It does, so that I'm just not dreaming. And these lines, then everything follows my little photographs, like that.
And how close to being done are you with this particular painting?
Probably 20 more hours.
When do you decide you're done?
When do we decide we're done? Well, that is when someone pulls you away. We call it the art police, and you say, "You're done. Stop already. It's okay." You know. So
You have dreams about the paintings that you're working on?
of course, because I think in the middle of the night, I think, "Uh-oh, I know what I can do. I know that painting needs. I know what it needs. I'm going to change that." And I run down here in the morning. Now they have a coffee room next door, so I got to get a cup of coffee. And
You need coffee?
sure. You want a cup of coffee?
I got my coffee.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You need some, we'll go get some.
Oh, you would with cream in it?
Oh, yeah. You're funny.
Anyway.
So you think 20 hours, huh?
Yeah, because I'm going to make this more active, and I have to put in the tree stumps and then the white foam coming in here, and it won't be white, it'll be light blue. And see, the colors as they go back have to be cooler so that this comes forward. Again, I'm trying to emphasize distance. So you go back, but this comes forward. So
Give us your assessment of how well you're doing right now. How would you rate this painting, or what do you think about it?
I feel so close to it. I was there, and I'm really liking it. I like it a lot. Yeah. I
Your
do.
face just lights up. Like,
I just like it. I like it.
and what will happen to this painting? Will you sell it?
Well, there are certain copyrights, I understand, in San Francisco that you cannot commercialize it and make greeting cards or any of that, but you can take it for exhibition. So I'm in a show called the Balboa Art Walk, of which I was the title sponsor's top of show last year. But I could take it and exhibit it there, and I can exhibit it at the Art Affair Festival in Laguna Beach.
Could someone buy
This
it
summer.
here if they wanted to?
I believe it's of one of a kind, and so somebody could, they could pick it up.
Is it hard to sell the paintings that you love?
No. I can have a fondness for them, but I was chairman of a company, and it was being sold out to another company, and the chairman of the other company in their body, he says, "Can't you get rid of the baby?" And he said it so many times to me that I said, from now on in my life, I can get rid of the baby. Now, I don't mean my 4 wonderful sons or my 8 wonderful grandchildren. I'm not talking about them, or my 3 great-grandchildren. I don't mean that. I mean, when it comes to business, move along. Seize the moment, enjoy what you're doing, and share it with others.
So you don't cry when you sell a painting that you love?
I have never cried at selling a painting. Some I'm a little bit sad that I sold it, and I think I'd almost buy it back for what I sold it for just to get it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No tears.
No tears. No, because I'm living a life, and these are photos of my life as I'm going through adventures. You know, on 5 different occasions, I have gone up the coast. You switch from San Luis Obispo and you turn over to Highway 1. And as you go up the coast, you can see major elephant seals near Simeon's Castle, the Hearst Castle. And then you drive more up Highway 1, farther up the coast. And this is in Point Lobos, and this is China Cove. And China Cove is fascinating because it's a seal birthing area. And the seal, mother seals come right through here with their babies, and they bring them up onto the beach. But some mothers just go onto the beach themselves and they let their little babies struggle. And their little babies are only about maybe this long. They're really, really little. And the seals are large. So anyway, it's gorgeous. And the water actually is this color. It's aqua here and blue here. You could say, no, it isn't. I can show you photos that would be aqua here and blue here, and I found that really fascinating. So it was a beautiful place to be and very peaceful. So that's why I painted this one. And then this one, I was really trying for higher contrast. So the use of color is in my major effort was seeing how much I could use a dark blue, which is ultramarine, and burnt sienna for an entire painting. So this is ultramarine blue and burnt sienna with a lot of white added, and this is burnt sienna and ultramarine in its first stage, which makes a dark brown. And then I added the burnt sienna with a lighter tone and put in the rocks. And this is burnt sienna with a lot of white, and it makes this. Now, am I happy with it? I'm going to change the sky. I'm going to change the sky either today or tomorrow and just add a little more color to it, maybe some clouds or something. But I like it. I like it. And it's fun to just show. And then I can show on my YouTube how to make these colors graduate by adding little puddles. You start with the first color of ultramarine and burnt sienna in a puddle like this, and then you move off of that with white, and then you move off of that with white, and just smaller little puddles until you get these various colors. It's pretty nice.
So, as far as doing the ocean landscapes, what got you started on that?
Well, that was the first thing I did. I was actually in Pepperdine College getting my master's degree in business, and the teacher said, since all of you in this presidential MBA class are, you've all been so business oriented, you've got to go out and do something creative. So I chose the Laguna Academy of Art and Design, and she was doing a plein air class. So I went out there, and the ocean was my first thing, and it stayed the best of my interest ever since. Because during that month of August, when there are many, many tourists there, I happened to sell 10 paintings and made $4,000, which was really surprising because I just kept painting the same thing over and over and over until first time it was 25 hours, next time it was 13 hours, next time I could start whipping them out. And not that fast, but I could whip them out. So I just stayed with the oceans, and people and tourists in California really like the ocean. So these are the pictures they like, and I like it too. Well, I'd like you to meet Mary. And Mary, where did you come from?
Korea,
Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea. And she came into my class and said, I really haven't painted before. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. This is for intermediate and advanced. She said that she really had not painted, but she had heard about my class and had heard about painting with me. This is after her, is it 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And she's finished that. And it's really nice, Mary. You're doing really, really well.
You are good teaching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Joe has done the most beautiful sunset oceans, and he sells more paintings at our annual sale, and he frames them beautifully. He's so into it that this one right here, he's trying to do icebergs, and look at how he already has the ocean and the distance. Isn't that beautiful? It's going to be another wonderful work. Yeah. Joe, what do you think? How did you pick
Yeah,
this?
I just started this morning. I finished this one last week when it's over here. And I was pretty proud of that one. I think it came out pretty nicely. And I just enjoyed jumping from one subject to another, and whatever I see either in my photographs of scenes or magazine articles, pictures in magazines. I get ideas from those, and then I try to convert them to artwork.
What do you think about Marge? How has she helped you with your art?
Tremendously. I wouldn't be without her. I've been a student of hers for, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so.
10 years.
Pretty much that. And I've learned an awful lot from her.
She's an amazing lady.
She sure is, no doubt about it.
How does she help you thrive? The fact that she's here and you know you can get help and get better.
Well, it's terrific because if I run into a problem or I have some questions, I just raise my hand and she comes over and she gives me the ideas that I need, either in color or design. So tremendously helpful.
Yeah, she's one in a million, huh?
You bet.
How does this art studio make your life better?
Oh, it's a terrific. I call it a hobby for me. I just enjoy painting. I just enjoy creating something that from a blank canvas into something that looks very nice. So I thoroughly enjoy the time I spend, and it's very relaxing and very fruitful.
What advice would you give to somebody that's never painted before but would like to maybe try?
Oh, I suggest they come over here and just start from the beginning, and there's an awful lot of help here in the studio. There are people like Marge and other artist instructors that are tremendously helpful in getting people interested in art and help guiding them along.
Josephine is a detail expert. So she did this photo. Where is this, Josephine?
In Canada.
In Canada. So she insists on the absolute perfect color match. So if you take a look at this and look at what she's doing and how she's gotten these shadows in the water, and look at that boat. Her painting is more beautiful than the actual photo. That makes me feel just as happy as it does her. Really.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for helping me.
And how has Marge helped you become a better painter?
Oh, she taught me how to mix the color and tell me how to, get the right shape, right things. Yeah.
And what do you love most about coming to the art studio?
Oh, I can get a more private tutoring from her.
Doesn't get any better, right?
Yes.
All right. So what's it like to tutor the students?
They have such a warm response to me that how can you not share love? It's just, that's what it is. We're a team. And so if she's out of a color, then her neighbor next to her will say, oh, I have that. And they have a wonderful rapport with each other. This subject has to do with contrast. So she's taking a picture that she took, and this is actually a famous, she's doing an after, they call it after when you do it. And this is Anna Hills, and Anna Hills was very famous from 1882 to 1930. And so Anna, the reason that she was very good is that she understood contrast. And so that's what Janet's effort is today, is to learn contrast. Can you see how this makes this stand forward? It's cool in the back, and then it gets very bright here, but it's a sharp line here.
How are you feeling about your painting so far?
I'm still not quite satisfied with this, but I just started this part today. So there's a lot of modification to do.
How is this changing your life that we have such a great art studio here?
Oh, it's wonderful because the lighting is so good. You can never get this kind of light at your own home. So we all enjoy working here.
And you have lots of friends that you've met?
Oh, yes. I've been doing this almost 2 years and made a lot of friends.
And how much have you improved over the last 2 years?
From zero to now.
Really?
Yes.
Are you proud of your work?
Oh, very.
What does your family think when they see what you're doing?
They don't believe it.
Right, you couldn't do that. How could you do that, right?
Right.
Wow. That must feel good.
Yes, it is. I'm very proud of myself.
Do you have goals?
Oh, yes.
What would be some goals that you're working on?
Paint as good as Marge.
Wow.
I didn't pay her to say that. I didn't pay her to
That's
say
a
Nobody
high bar.
pays.
That's
Yes.
a high bar,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Wow.
So if I have another 10 years, right?
That's good.
Yes.
Wow.
Enjoy doing it.
Tell me what you've been doing right here.
Because this color, the color of this painting, I never imagined the ocean could be this color.
Okay.
So I try to work to it, and then maybe later on I'll take pictures, and this will be in my mind, and then I can do it accordingly, whatever the imagination takes me.
Is this coming easily for you to do this, or is it hard right now?
Right now it's easier. When you start it, it's hard because the color combination. You don't always get the color you want.
But you're learning.
Yes, you have to learn the basics.
You have dreams about your paintings?
Yes, in the museum.
Okay. Really? Oh, nice.
Big dreams.
Why not?
Why
Right?
not?
Look how far you've come.
We can dream, can we?
Huh. Have you sold anything yet?
No.
Do you want to sell art?
If they appreciate it, of course.
Okay, only if they appreciate it. Huh?
Yes,
That makes sense.
Yes.
Is your house full of your paintings now?
Oh, yes, right now.
That must be nice to walk into your house.
Yes, but they're not masterpiece yet.
Right, but still,
Yeah.
it's you.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Besad is a perfectionist. He even had a manufacturing company called Exact Engineering.
So what do you love about his work, Mark?
First of all, I love him and his wife. We always have a good time. And look at how he masters each little piece. And that's why he got the award. Out of 110 pieces, he just got 3rd place in oil.
Is that hard to get?
Very hard to get. Yes. So it was a top juror. We paid him a lot of money to come, and they appreciated his exact format.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you.
This is a picture by Ellen Rose, and when Ellen told me that she wanted to be in the work-study group on Thursdays and just to hang out, because she does have an ill husband at home. He's suffering with Alzheimer's and doing, she's so caring for him. And so anyway, when she does a picture, she is so free with her abstraction of it, and you could call it abstract impressionism because she gets the picture there, but she's also willing to just put the colors that she feels in her heart. And this is the essence of the passion of an artist. She's not afraid. She's not afraid to put green or red behind the face. This is just, and with her father, she has a chance of feeling him in it. And with all these, this is only something that Ellen can do. That's why she's been in the Festival of Arts for so many years. And in this show, she happened to win Best of Show. She won Best of Show for the acrylics. And there's a whole lineup of paintings, but she won. And she deserves every ounce of it because she comes up with such creative ideas. No one could really tell her what to do. You can only admire it and say, well, you might consider thinking about if you want to change a color here, but you don't ever try to interrupt the talent.
Oh, wow. Would you be my manager?
It's all true.
Oh, jeez.
So, this is pretty spectacular, obviously. When you got done, how did you feel?
I felt good. I felt that I had captured, it's a picture of my father. I felt I captured his strength, his handsomeness, his determination, and putting the red behind him. I don't know what makes me do things like that, but it just worked. And I'm very pleased with the picture.
How was living in Laguna Woods Village helped you thrive as an artist?
I'm glad you asked, because I was going to tell you, regardless. Coming to the village clubhouse it's a haven for me. When you have people like Marge, and we have many people who volunteer their time, who know what they're doing art-wise, are helpful, available. The space is marvelous to work in. I've lived here 20 years and just recently discovered the art stuff here because I was going to Saddleback College. But this is a wonderful place to be, a wonderful place to be.
And what do you think of Marge? Why is she so important to this studio?
Well, I've made it a point to keep my Thursday mornings free because Marge is here. First of all, Marge, you didn't have to give me the easel. You didn't have to set up the easel for me. She's very caring. She's very caring. But Marge is she's got a good eye, and I like some feedback. And I don't want to go to just anybody for feedback. But with Marge, usually she bounces me ahead one or two good suggestions every week, and that's why I love being here.
And what are your future goals?
Well, I hope that things will settle down and I'll be in the festival again next year, and I love being in the festival. I mean, that's Laguna, and I love being with other artists, and I love being with the tourists and the Laguna Beach air. It's a marvelous life. It's a marvelous life. What was the question?
That's good. You did it. You did it. You got there.
And then, is there anything you want to say about Ellen?
She's a wonderful lady, a fabulous artist, a well-revered artist. She's been in the festival for so many years, proves her talent every year, and she's a good friend.
Thank you.
So tell me, you are the Thrive poster child in the village.
Thank you very much.
How does that happen for you? Why are you such an amazing lady?
It's because when I share with people and I answer their questions and they're not afraid to ask me questions, and I answer them, they like it and they can move forward, and so then people like it. And I was just awarded the title sponsor award of excellence at the Balboa Art Walk last year, which has 110 fine artists. And I feel very grateful, but I still enjoy being with people, and the more that I give, the more I get in return. And I'm talking about loving care and just enjoying life. And so people love it, and I love it too. So I like where I live.
How does living here in Laguna Woods help you thrive?
I used to move every 7 years. And do you think I move every 7 years now? I've been here for over 20 years. I can't believe it myself. The years go by. But if you find yourself sitting on the edge of the bed and you say, somehow, I don't know, it's depression or what, but I feel like every minute it's an hour and I just can't stand it anymore. Join a club. Join the advantage of Laguna Woods is that everything is within a few miles or within a walking distance. So you don't have to participate. You can just sit there and listen. But people will smile at you and ask questions or ask if you want to share a cup of coffee. It doesn't get any better than that. So, and the exercise and everything. At golf courses, saddle club, I've been a lapidary person. I've been ceramics. I've been art. I've been in the saddle club. I can just jump from one thing to the other and no one can stop me. It's just fun. Oh, and astronomy. I went to an astronomy meeting last night and I have friends there too. So what can I say? It's a wonderful place to live.
We really have no excuse, right?
You have no excuse. I'm telling you. The people in my art classes all have various ailments. They have loved ones with Alzheimer's. It's just have the strength to start and the courage to finish and keep going. Please do it. Please do it for me. Please. I love you. Glad you're here.